Thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program at the El Paso Community College. And of course, this is Mature Living. We have some wonderful guests in this show today that you're going to enjoy. Lots of activities, I think. You know, the city of El Paso is doing a fantastic job with Winterfest, with the Placita de los Lagartos as we know it. We're also going to talk about the skating rink, the trolley, and all of the different senior events at the senior center. So we've invited Joe Faulkner, who is a recreation specialist, and you're based at Armijo.
Yes, ma'am. My office is out of Armijo, which is located downtown, and it keeps us close to the entertainment.
Absolutely. And we enjoyed, my family came in from out of town for Thanksgiving, and we went through the skating rink, we went to the trolley, we took a ride on the trolley. It was wonderful. The kids loved it. The placita with all the lights, photo ops, a lot of photo ops opportunities. And so thank you for doing that for us.
Well, and again, that goes to all the members of the city of El Paso, the employees, which put their dedication and hard work to it. Again, Mr. Gonzalez and our mayor went out, and they went all out this year, and they've done it real nice. And like you said, the photo ops are most likely happening in the evening when all the lights are on, and it looks real special.
It's so special. Families look very happy. There's even some food available, hot chocolate and all kinds of.
Yeah, and they got special programming. Like, for example, you mentioned the trolley. The trolley runs on Fridays. Starting at 6 p.m. till 11 p.m. People could ride it for free. There's designated areas where you get picked up and dropped off. And then, of course, Saturdays and Sundays as well. I believe they'll start at noon and they run all the way till 11 o'clock. And the trolley pretty much takes you through the El Paso, which they call the Paseo de las Luces. And that area is also lighted up for everybody. And once you get to your final destination, which is towards the Placita, then you could walk around on the Winterfest, which includes the ice skating ring.
And we also enjoyed the parade of lights, the celebration of lights.
And that's another tradition that El Paso came out and it's welcoming more and more. Each year we get more people, we get more floats, and people get more creative, and they decorate their cars, decorate themselves,
their trucks.
And they put the holiday spirit into it.
They sure did, and I thanked them. I would yell, "Thank you for being in the parade," and and they said, "You're welcome," because it takes a little bit of an ingenuity. How do they keep those lights lit up on those cars? And
they do a lot of creative stuff to their vehicles to where they could keep it running.
A generator.
Yeah, pretty much, or converters, or it just depends what they want to use. And it takes a team to do this, and the team that the Parks and Rec department has is awesome. I mean, they did an awesome job this year.
Wonderful. Let's talk about Winterfest activities, senior centers, and recreational events.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll start off with the event at the Placitas, which is done by Enrique Valadez. He's our special event coordinator. He usually starts on Thursday evenings, and they'll have either live bands or live entertainment. They'll go out there. They'll do it on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. And again, once the concerts are there, well, you're right down at the plaza. So again, you could visit the Winterfest and all the activities that they have there.
Very great.
They have special days where they'll offer you, some of the shops will offer you stuff there, or they'll have booths where they'll have food and of course drinks like hot chocolate and hot coffee for the people.
Super. Tell me about the seniors. I know you also help with the senior games. Very involved with that, and that's coming up
in February. We'll start our opening ceremonies on February 23rd. They run from February all the way through May. Anybody that's 50 and older and is an athlete or just wants to continue keeping in shape are more than welcome to join us in those activities.
Super. What are the senior centers doing these days?
In senior centers, I mean, they all have different events. I know for a fact that a couple of them are having their monthly dance starting this weekend, and they'll pretty much go throughout the week, throughout the month of December. And it's $5 to enter the dance. And of course, they have live bands. And I mean, it's very festive. They'll decorate in their Christmas attire, and they'll go out there and dance.
So how many rec centers do we have?
We have a total of 16 rec centers.
What about senior centers? How many?
We have a total of 11 senior centers throughout the city of El Paso. And again, all of them are open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And each center is different. Each center has its own activities. Doesn't mean that you go to one center, you can't go to the others. No, it's different. I mean, if you have one class on one center and you want to go to that class, then you're more than welcome to take the class.
And we offer free classes too through
yes,
the
of course, the
senior
EPCC.
center.
We love your partnership. I mean, a lot of these people come out and they enjoy themselves. They're welcome to come out to our centers as well after their classes and take part in the activities that we offer.
Well, we're good partners.
Well, we are.
We're good partners. Okay, and then rec centers. What are y'all doing for the festivities, holidays?
A couple of the rec centers will have their activities as far as they'll have workshops for quilting for Christmas. That one's at Leona Ford, Washington. They could call there and get more information. That is in December. We have a couple of the rec centers as well. They'll be hosting what they call an open gym, which it's open to the public. It doesn't matter your age. I should refer that it's 16 and older. You're allowed to go in there and use their gyms for free for that day, so you could see what kind of equipment they have. And again, as you know, exercise is an important part of our
health,
of our
goodness.
daily activities. I mean, if the healthier you are, the longer you live, and the more mobile you are, the more things you get to do.
Yes.
And that's one of our things at our senior centers is that we project that we need to get you guys up and
And you have conditioning rooms like weight.
Yes.
What other?
Well, they're called weight rooms. They're called exercise rooms, cardio rooms. Some of the centers have treadmills. Some of the centers just have weights. It's just depending on the centers that you
And then
visit.
classes like Zumba, that keeps you pretty
Yes,
healthy.
we have Zumba classes. We have line dancing classes. Again, all the classes that we offer and that EPCC offers is as well.
That's
The
good.
difference between the classes that EPCC offers, they're free. Our classes have a cost. But again, if you're a senior 60 and older, you get half price on all our classes.
Wonderful. You know, the pools are important too, guys. I know you're at Armijo.
Mm-hmm.
It's an indoor pool.
That's a heated pool, indoor pool, and it's open pretty much all year round. They have their specific times where you could go what they call lap swimming, or some of the pools offer exercise. And all of the indoor pools in El Paso are open throughout the winter.
Yeah. If anybody wants information, where can they call Joe Faulkner or of course David Lopez, who is
Or
with
they
the
would
senior
pretty much call
coordinator?
the Parks and Rec number, which is a 212-0092, and they could get a list of the activities as well from our website. Our website is very updated now. That's elpasotexas.gov. You go to /parks, you click on our calendar, and all the activities will pop up, and then it breaks it down for you. So you could visit senior centers, you could visit the rec centers, you could visit the aquatics, and they'll tell you the pools and the times for the pools and when they're closed and what activities they offer as well.
God, we really thank you. I know you all are busy all the time, all year long. You're doing things. You're doing a great job. The
Thank
City
you.
Parks and Rec. I think you've picked it up a notch. You
Well,
know?
and to add to that is that this year the city was awarded, and we don't like calling it award, it's more of an accomplishment for the city. We received what they call a CAPRA award, and the CAPRA award is a national recognized by the Commission of Accredited for Parks and Rec agencies. Out of 12,000 are picked, and we were lucky this year. We were picked because we met 151 criteria that they put out for us.
Wow. And you met.
We met them all, and of course we're accredited now. So out of the 270 parks that we have in the city of El Paso, and all the new stuff that we're creating, and all the new stuff that we're implementing, this is again, I don't like calling it an award because we work hard for it, and there was a team.
It's an accomplishment.
It's an accomplishment by the city of El Paso,
Yes.
where we went out there and we proved we're the 15th city in the state of Texas to actually have this award.
That is great news, and I've got some ideas for some more stuff we can work on this coming year, 2019. Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Thank you for coming, and I guess we'll see you very soon.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in a few minutes with more guests. Well, thank you for staying with us. As I promised, we have great information for all of us and all of you as well. We have the marketing director with us, Orlando Rodriguez, and you're with Marksman Media. And you're going to tell us all about this wonderful newspaper, Mature Times. And this publication featured this month, thank you for choosing the senior adult program at the community college. And you're featuring our 24th annual Seniors Navidad on the Border show, which we're having on December the 8th. So this is very nice. Thank you so much. And I'm proud to show it and happy to introduce you to the community. Tell me a little bit about your publication
Okay.
and how it got started, actually.
Well, number one, thank you for having me over. Thank you for inviting us, inviting me, and I will provide you with some information about who we are, what we do. My Mature Times is a local publication which started in 2001, and it's a niche publication. And what makes it unique is it's for readers of interest for ages 55 and over. Mm-hmm. And this is a project that we started in 2001 because we saw the need of information that wasn't available to people that are 55 and over. And we have various informations that's of interest to that market. So with that, we let me go back. We publish once a month, My Mature Times, and we distribute it on the east side, the west side of El Paso, and we have done so without skipping a month since 2001.
Wonderful. And so you can also read it or get to find it online?
Yes, we do home delivery of it.
Yes.
Okay. And we also have it in newsstands.
Okay.
And then we also have it as a standalone, and then we also insert it in the Spotlight News in some zip codes of El Paso. And we also have it online, and the maybe on the screen you'll be able to see it. MyMatureTimes.com is
Okay.
the address.
Okay.
So if you just don't want to go out of your house, you can read every single page, the digital page of it, online.
Great. You also have a handout that you give to companies that may want to advertise in your Mature Times publication, and it's for today's active seniors. And so you can also provide this to organizations that are interested. I noticed there's quite a few of our partners, WellMed and others, that have been on our show that are good partners with our senior adult program in the community that advertise.
Well, yes, we do have the information available. Okay, so if you can look at the bottom of the screen, hopefully the phone number is there, 915-595-2492.
Okay.
So you'll be able to, if you can contact us, and we'll have somebody take
Now
care
tell
of
me about
that.
your articles. Tell me who are the writers and what kind of feature stories you do.
Well, let me tell you, when we put together the publication, and after we did marketing research, then we realized that that we needed to have a publication that was appealing. From the start was the fonts are even larger. Have you noticed that our fonts are larger than any other publication?
The print, the words, yeah.
The words.
Uh-huh.
Why? You know, as time goes by,
Sure.
us human beings, our sight deteriorates, so we try to make it comfortable for people to be able to read it. That was the one of the things, and then the comforts of the service. But the content of it needed to be local, and some of it not so local.
Okay.
Okay, and the content needed to be of use for people that are 55 plus.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if people turn 55 and they're empty nesters even before that, and some people need some ideas what to do, how to plan, go on vacation. They're grandparents, young grandparents,
Yes.
and they're too young to retire, and so therefore information is needed. They need to plan their retirement, but they're too young to retire. So therefore, then we have some of the our feature columnist, and he provides information from the Social Security office, when you're planning to retire, what to do, and they provide
and you know, Ravi
tips.
Hill comes often to
Yes,
our show and keeps us updated
Yeah, so
on the new stuff.
he's been instrumental in providing the information from Social Security.
And as we were talking earlier, Doppler Dave does a little something for you. That's
Yes, he
interesting.
does. He has a column, and for this publication, he has trivia questions, and like the trivia questions would be, when
For
was
the
the
weather?
last time that it snowed so many 36 inches? Oh, it was in 1985, something like that.
Very
so
good. Very
don't
good.
quote me on it, but
Yeah.
and so he has trivia questions that
Okay.
are of interest to the seniors. So,
Okay.
and then we have other columnists and other reporters that have been with us since the beginning. We also have information articles regarding taking a trip, going different countries or within the U.S., what to see, where to sightsee. So
Good,
that's of interest.
We want to help El Paso to get on the map, like the biggest cities here in Texas. So this is going to help to promote, to share information about activities and events and places to go and things to do, because we want to make it this is a great retirement community. You know that? The weather is fantastic, Mature Times is good, and you're a good vehicle by which we can get the word out.
Yes, and like I said, the information that we have, the articles, the content of it, is of interest to our readers, because that information is local information, and whether if it's leisure, whether if it's for planning, whether if it's for the family, such as leisure. We cover the Senior Olympics.
That's
And
wonderful.
we're going to be covering the sports for seniors,
Yes.
coming up with the Parks and Recreation. We also have situations, a columnist that says what to do or what happens when your kids come back.
Oh yes, oh yes, and that
How
will
to
happen.
deal with that.
How to deal with it. It's awesome. We have about 30 seconds left. I just want you to mention the phone number again where they can reach you, whether you're someone that's interested in the advertising aspect or just wanting to get the newspaper. Can you give us that number again?
Certainly, Mary. It should be at the bottom of the
Yeah,
screen,
yeah.
and it's 915-595-2492. My Mature Times.
Very good.
So if you have any questions or any information that you would like to share, please give us a call. Then and somebody will take care of you, or I will personally take care of you as well.
And thank you for being the publisher and the marketing director for Marksman Media. And of course, we've been talking with Orlando Rodriguez. Thank you for being on here on
Thank you.
Mature Living.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll be back with more guests. Well, thank you for staying with us. Before we leave today, we have one more interview. You're going to enjoy listening to all the things that the El Paso Community Foundation, through the hard work of all their staff and their directors. But we have Doug Pullen here with us. He is the program director in Plaza Classic Film Festival. The guy that brings us all these wonderful films to the Plaza Theater, which most of us were there when we were little kids, right? And so we want to talk to him about all the different plans that he has, the programs, the films that are coming up. And one that I really, really like that I want to talk about is this Winterfest holiday movies at the Plaza. So thank you for being with us, Doug.
Thanks for having me.
I had met you many years ago through the El Paso Times.
Yeah,
but
when I was a reporter there.
yeah, Doug Pullen. I remember that name. Very, very, very.
Puyan.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
we changed your name.
Yeah.
We changed your name to Puyan here in
Yeah.
El Paso. But tell me a little bit about all the activities you're involved with.
Well, as the program director, my main job is running the Plaza Classic Film Festival, which will be 12 years old next year, next August. This will be my 6th year doing that. And I do a lot of other things, including helping with marketing and public relations and that sort of thing. But another part of that job is programming the holiday movies. which is a continuation of something that the Community Foundation started in 2008. That was the year the film festival started, and so they programmed Christmas movies on the weekend of the tree lighting ceremony. And they did that from 2008 to 2012. And then when San Jacinto Plaza was torn up for the renovation,
Oh, it
the
took a long
movies,
time,
yeah,
too.
it took
Ugh.
longer than anybody thought. But the movies were put on hold at that time because there was some uncertainty about the tree lighting and when it would be and where it would be, and so on. Once the plaza, San Jacinto Plaza, reopened in 2016, we approached the city, El Paso Live, about bringing the movies back, and they told us that they were working on this new festival called Winterfest, and they would love to have a partnership. So that's what we did, and we brought back some of the movies that had been shown before, like A Christmas Story, and It's a Wonderful Life. And then we've also added some newer titles, like Elf, which is a huge audience favorite, The Polar Express.
Oh God,
things
they're all
like
my
that.
favorites. As a matter of fact, you started in November,
Yes.
and so we started with Elf, and then also in November, the How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And if I mention some of your favorites, well, you make sure you write them down. The Polar Express
Yes.
was in November, and we're hitting December now. And The Miracle on 34th Street. What
Yes.
a classic.
Yeah.
You got a good mix of modern and
Yeah,
classic movies.
that's the
It's a
idea.
Wonderful Life. Oh my goodness. Oh, A Christmas Story is one of my best. That Rifle.
Yeah.
And then, of course, in January, you're going to continue with Frozen and Ice Age.
Which are not Christmas or holiday movies, but the thinking there is it's the last day of Winterfest, which runs about 6 to 8 weeks, and we wanted to do something more wintry.
Yeah.
So we showed Frozen
icy.
last year, and yeah, we had a good turnout for that. And this year we're adding Ice Age, which was a special request of Emily Beardmore, who is the person who puts Winterfest together. It's also around her birthday, so that might have something to do with it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're pleasing her so we can continue this
Yeah.
for El Paso.
Yeah.
El Paso's doing a wonderful job in collaboration with Parks and Rec, the City of El Paso, of course, the Community Foundation, and bringing everybody together, including some of the sponsors, the Texas Gas, service. How do you do it?
Well, there's a lot of moving parts. Our role in this, the Community Foundation's role in Winterfest, is relatively small compared to the different city departments like Parks, like El Paso Live, Visit El Paso. There's a lot of different entities involved. Sun Metro, they run a free Winterfest Express, which is on a loop on the weekends that runs from Father Ram up to Overland. And it lets you off near the location. You're about a block or two away. The new trolleys are running for free on the weekends also.
We've already done the trolleys with family from out of town.
Yeah.
And we went to the skating rink.
Oh,
It
did ya?
was awesome. My great-grandkids loved it.
Oh,
And
I'll
we had
bet.
my grandson is a sailor, new sailor. Came in from Norfolk, and he was skating. And,
Oh, yeah.
it was wonderful. It was really great.
Yeah, and the rink is the centerpiece of Winterfest. It's in Arts Festival Plaza, right between the Art Museum and the Plaza Theater. And last year, I think they had 18,000 skaters. This year, they expanded Winterfest, so it's a little bit longer. I wouldn't be surprised if they topped 20,000 this year on the
Really?
skaters. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and the opening weekend was timed with, not only did they move up the tree lighting and so on, but it was also the week everybody was out of school. So it was crowded all weekend. And
Wonderful.
the first weekend we showed Elf, and we had just shy of 1,000 people for that.
That is so great. I mean, you're helping families. They're
Yeah.
having fun. They're having hot chocolate. They've got
Oh,
the
yeah.
vendors. They've got the lights. Oh, photo ops at the placita.
Yeah, and it's inexpensive. The movies are free, but all the other stuff is relatively
Yeah.
inexpensive.
Yeah.
Skating I think is $8, but they have various discounts depending on the day. Military Monday. Then they have what they call Chico's Tiny Tuesdays, which is emphasizing younger children, beginners, and so on. And each day there's a theme on the skating rink.
And there's wonderful things happening also in the Paso Museum of Art, which they had for Halloween and
Oh, right.
the
Yeah, the Dia de
that
los
that
Muertos.
theme and Yeah.
Yeah, and also the History Museum just up the street, which has a new director. They're programming things too. So it's not like it's all right there, but a lot of it is focused in that Plaza Theater
Yes.
general area.
Well, we all have stories about the Plaza Theater, and I have mine, but I don't think I have time to tell it on television. But yeah, that little kid, of course, my dad would give us a quarter to go to the cartoons on Saturday at the Plaza
Yeah.
Theater, and I spend more time in the lounge being a princess, you know, sitting on those velvet chairs and the mirrors
Yeah.
and.
Well, it was a movie palace, so it
It
makes sense.
was. It's a movie palace in
Yeah.
the stars and the,
Yeah.
and it just takes you back, especially people that have grown up here in El Paso. And I know you're from El Paso as well.
Yeah, when I was here before, I went in there in the 70s. So it was past its glory days. And I remember seeing the Omen in there when it was under a new ownership. And I saw a Three Dog Night concert in there back then when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah.
And that was really it. And it, you know, it was a pretty run down place at that point. But moving back after being gone many, many years, I was, you know, very pleasantly surprised to see what had been done, that it was restored correctly.
Yes.
You know, I'd been in Michigan where I wrote about the restoration of the Fox Theater, so I knew a little bit about theater restoration. But, you know, I always felt that the city I had left years ago, couldn't have pulled that off, but they did.
Oh, it's wonderful.
The city's different.
Well, thank you for your contribution also to El Pasoan
Sure,
families
sure.
here and making grandmas and grandpas happy again to get to the Plaza Theater, to the film festivals. And I really appreciate your work. A number they can call in case they want to talk to you about.
Well, you
what's
can
coming.
call the foundation, Community Foundation, at 533-4020.
Okay.
I'll happily take requests not only for Christmas movies, holiday movies in the future, but we're always open to input on the film festival programming. You know, I have a
Yes.
committee I work with, and we all have different areas of interest and tastes, and we kick around ideas, and we meet every month. But I also, you know, during the film festival, people come up to you and say, "Oh, you should show such and such."
Cantinflas or
yeah, I write it all
Tintin or-
down. I write it all down, and
That's great.
and then we combine all of those notes into one big wish list and kind of work from there.
Well, thank you for being with us. We've been talking with Doug Pullen, who is the director of the Film Classic Festival, and he does a lot of good work with the El Paso Community Foundation and for us, our families here. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all next week.